Our headmaster is here, and this is the second time he has visited us, and it's so gratifying for all of us that he has come to Delhi both the times. He was to come for our 30th anniversary, but COVID had other plans, so therefore he agreed to come for the 33rd, which was really very gratifying for all of us. So promptly we all get going and we all prepared for him. A little worried we were because we weren't sure. There was a lot of COVID also in China and Japan. However, things worked out. I think over 250 people attending this show, and many are from outstation. I know lots of people who have come from Mumbai, from Hyderabad, from Pune, from Bangalore. So all over people have come.
The president of Bombay chapter of Ohara School of Ikebana, which is one of the oldest chapters in India. She is the president. Her name is Chand Kejriwal, and she has long experience in Ikebana and bonsai. So she is come specially from Bombay to attend the program here.
It's been my pleasure.
Will you tell me how Ikebana takes you closer to nature?
Oh, it's like going on a high when you're doing Ikebana. You forget everything and you're just in with the leaves and the flowers. You see the different textures of the leaves, different colors, and when you're creating something, you're just one with it, which is meditation.
Technically, though Ikebana was originated offering flowers to Buddha, the Ohara landscape's speciality is bringing nature into the small containers. So because of the constraints of spaces in Japan, they try to bring nature into the vases, which are usually different shapes and kinds of vases. And whatever you see in nature, you try to depict through different forms or styles of Ikebana into it. So this is all about Ohara Ikebana. We have different styles like rimpa, which are based on the paintings, then bunjin arrangements, usually the fruity branches or something very unusual, spectacular is used in those arrangements. And other arrangements are also, many of our arrangements are with shallow containers, and some of them are with some unique vases, differently ceramic, metal and nicely shaped vases. So this is, we have been learning Ohara Ikebana for more than 30 years now, and we are enjoying this art which has brought Japan and India closer through these cultural exchanges. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Can you say something about how it connects you to nature?
Yes, so to begin with, what is Ikebana? Ikebana is the Japanese art of flower arrangement according to principles and which have been evolved over the years. Now, the word Ikebana, Ikiru means to live, and Hana, which is pronounced as Bana, is the flowers. So Ikebana is living flowers. So when we do Ikebana, we it is very different from other flower arrangement forms, because here there is some, because you learn how to observe nature while doing. You have to do arrangements with materials and flowers, so you automatically come closer to nature. And when an arranger arranges flowers, there is some kind of a relationship which is formed between the arranger and the arrangement, and there's some kind of a a dialogue or a resonance is created, and that is Ikebana. It is a very spiritual path. When we take up Ikebana, is a spiritual path. So, and I belong to the Ohara School, and in Ohara School specifically we value nature a lot, and we give respect to nature a lot. So we are taught to observe nature, to see how the plant material grows, or how they suppose we are making a water landscape, we have to study what plants or what foliage grows near water, and accordingly. So basically nature and Ikebana are just connected. So I feel when I do Ikebana, I'm close to nature, close to God. Thank you.
A sub-grandmaster. So anything about Ikebana, she'll clear you.
To tell me how you feel Ikebana is close to nature.
No, I'm a nature lover from the beginning. So that's how I have come into Ikebana, learning Ikebana. And Ikebana taught me to respect nature, and it brought me closer to nature, to take care of nature, and it's part of my life. So both spiritually and my daily activity and everything is Ikebana and garden, my garden. So I love it, and that my life is Ikebana and nature.
Thank you.
There's a sub-grandmaster from the Hyderabad chapter. So she has a lot to say about Ikebana, especially Ohara School.
Ikebana is a beautiful bridge which leads us and connects us so well, the human, not only the body but the soul and mind, to nature, greenery, and it creates so much of an awareness for the environment, for the little things which we might not normally observe in a plant or a tree or a forest, and makes you enjoy every moment of it.
Thank you. Anything else? While you are making the arrangements, do you feel any closeness to nature?
I think it's, in a sense, it makes you one with nature. So you realize you're part of it and it's part of you, and it's not wise to separate both. And it's wonderful when we spread the art or teach it also, because the same wonderful feeling you'll be passing on to others also for them to enjoy.
Thank you.
I cut off some branches to show the main branch line clearly. Of course, the flowers are beautiful, but the young leaves, coming young leaves, is also very beautiful. And the next branches have many flowers. So the first branch is a line branch, and the second one is flower branch, different row. The next material is rubber. There are a lot of gradation in green colors. こうした色の違うグリーンを重ねていくことで作品に奥行きが出ます。
And if you use a multi-layer of green leaves, its gradation green colors gives thickness to the work.
And now we combine two flowers as a one big flower. .今日のこの、器ですね、中国の染付の器を使っています。
So I'm using the Chinese ceramic vase for this arrangement.
この口元がこう折り返した形になっていたりですとか、首元に耳がついていたり、デザインの、入った器ですね。
So this vase is very aesthetically designed container with ear shaped like ears, handles.
そして、器の下の方でこう肩が大きく張っています。
And the vase is bulging at the bottom.
なので、下の方が大きくて上の方が細いので、器の安定感が非常にあるように見える姿をしています。
And since it's bulging and round at the bottom, going up to the narrow space, it has to give the sturdiness to the whole work.
ですので、今日のこのストレリチア・オーガスタのような重量感があって大きな花も相性がいいです。
And this kind of vase is good with Strelitzia augusta or this kind of heavy materials.
このように、装飾の入った中国花器に生ける場合というのは、器の形であったり、器のデザインと花との出会い、マッチングを楽しむのが一番の面白いです。
So when you use a Chinese ceramic vase or this kind of shaped design vase, you have to enjoy the combination of the material and the vase itself.
で、次にこちらにドラセナの枝を入れます。高い葉と、口元に葉を入れていきます。
And putting two dracaenas to balance at the bottom and the top part.
このように片方が大きければ片方は小さくするというようにしてコントラストを出してやると2つの花材同じ花材でも2つの花材に違う表情が生まれます。
So I want you to focus on the contrast of two same materials. One is short and one is tall.
こちらのチャイニーズハット、こちらも今回初めて使います。この花材を入れていきます。
So this is the first time that I'm using this material, Chinese hat, or cup and saucer. So what Iemoto is arranging now is called Unshin style Ikebana, inspired by the Chinese poetry and floral paintings. So we use Chinese style base. And third Iemoto Ohara started this form of arrangement based on the subject of Southern School of Chinese style paintings. Type of material so that it gives it spreads and gives the wide area feeling.
それはもういいや。
At the mouth.
たくさんの花がついていますが、文人では器も主役ですし、花も主役です。あまり一つの花材だけが量が多いとそれだけが主役になってしまいますので、ちょっと花が多い場合は減らして使います。
As I'm using the red dianthus flowers, we have to be careful that if too much flowers are there, then the focal point will be going there. So we have to reduce the numbers of the flowers. This is what we call the flower arrangement, which needs philosophy.
口元に一輪だけ添えて彩りにします。
Just one flower material at the mouth of the vase.
そして最後にこの低い短座に乗せて完成にいたします。
And put on the base, and this is the completion of the work. I'm going to make one scenery on the vase, so I want you to enjoy the natural scenery in a small space.
まずはジュニパーを入れていきます。
So the first material is pyramid Chinese juniper.
Okay. 今はこの執香という留めの道具を使って生けています。
I'm using the shippo to fix all the materials. So I have put 3 pyramid Chinese juniper now, and it depicts the far view like mountains or hills with the tall trees. So you will see the spacing between the trees now, but I will put a lot more materials in between so that you can imagine there's a woods. Artist expresses scenic beauty through an understanding of the environment. Do you see the woods in the far side? And now I'm making the lower part, the middle view of the scenery.
こちらはピットスコラムです。
Now I'm putting the cherry trees. The flower petals are already falling, but the scenery of spring, late spring.
If this branch has many flowers like for blooming, it means the season is middle of spring. But now they have the flower has over and the leaves is coming. So it means the season is the late spring or the beginning of summer. the condition of the materials change the season. I think this is an interesting point of the landscape Moribana because the material is same, but the condition is different. Also, the season is different. The next.このシレネは自分の足元に咲いているような花を表現しています。
So I have put the flowers which is in the foot of yourself. Please shift your view from the ground up to the far side. First forest is there, and a cherry blossom is there, and pittosporum and serene.
はい、完成です。
Thank you. The first material is the large dahlia. So the dahlia has a big flower, but the stem is quite long, so that it gives the floating image. I'm going to use the mixture of some kinds of dahlias.
I like that kind of double color, bicolor dahlia very much. And also this one is called cactus type because the shape of petal looks like cactus type.
This Rimpa form of Ikebana is based on the highly decorative works of the Rimpa school, which flourished during the Muromachi and Edo period, like until the beginning of 19th century.
Really, now it looks very gorgeous from front. But in daily class, daily lesson, we don't use such a many area. And next one is a melon. And now I remove some leaves to show, because the leaves is a little bit too big and they cover the flowers, so I cut off some big leaves to show flowers clearly. Now I separated two groups, one's male, one's area. And in Japan, male or hollyhock is a summer flower, and dahlia is an autumn flower. So the season started from summer to the early autumn. So season is changing now.
So you have to have a clear image of the work in your mind, otherwise the placement of the shippo or kenzan will not be done as desired.
And the next one is Meramilka. The color is light green, and it is a very good combination with dahlia and also melon. Well, 先生、そっちちょっと入れて。In Nippon, we use many materials, and it takes a long time to finish.
Qualities of materials in the Rimpa style painting. And one famous artist is Korin Ogata, who is famous for the byobu screen in the Japanese room with the iris flowers. But there are so many materials that we don't get in India. So please learn which kind of materials will be used in this rimpa style arrangement.
And next I have some Veronica and Sineria.
And Ohara School is the only school which is keeping this form of adapting materials from the actual rimpa paintings.
課題が入るにつれて、実際に屏風であったり絵を見ているような気分になってきたでしょうか。
So can you see the actual scenery of the painting with a lot of flowers?
はい、再入入れて、これでインド風のリンパといいますか。
This is the rimpa arrangement in Indian style.
And today what he showed us was just amazing, because he showed us what Ohara actually means. What is Ohara? That is what he depicted. This is the backbone of Ohara. The four, the arrangements, the bunjin, the landscape, the rimpa, and the free expression also. He showed us that. Absolutely fantastic.